Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here to the Charlotte Motor Speedway as we are getting ready for NASCAR XFINITY Series Racing here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is the Hisense 300, race number 12 of the 2016 NASCAR XFINITY Series season. We have 40 cars lined up on pit road getting ready to go out and tackle the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Last night we saw Timothy Peters take home his first truck win of the year for Red Horse Racing in the NASCAR Campy Road Truck Series. And right now we have the number 20 of Kyle Busch on the pole for tonight's event. Now we were supposed to be racing in the daytime, but rain came and now we are racing at night. So many of these drivers have no idea what's coming their way in the next matter of moments. Down below you'll see our starting grid rolling across the screen. Now it's time to get the most famous words in all of motorsports.
Start your engines!
The drivers will fire up their engines. The 40 cars lined up on pit road. The 12th race of the year. And it's going to be the number 20 of Kyle Busch. The NOS Energy Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. He will start on the pole alongside the number 12 of Joey Logano. The Snap-on Ford out of Team Penske. The top 6 are all Cup drivers, and they'll all be racing in tomorrow's Coca-Cola 600. Kyle Busch, Logano, Kyle Larson, Paul Menard, the 88 of Chase Elliott, and the 22 of Brad Keselowski. And then you got some of the regulars, Darrell Wallace Jr., Cole Custer trying to make the chase, Daniel Suarez, Eric Jones, they're pretty much locked in. Then you got Casey Kane, Ryan Truex, Chris Buescher, Ty Dillon, and Ryan Reed, your top 15. Rounding out the field on the final row will be the 40 of David Ritterman and the 52 of Joey Gase. Your current point leader is the number 3 of Ty Dillon. Before we go green, let's show you your chase grid after the first 11 races. You see Ty Dillon, the first name you see, 2 wins. He's pretty much all but locked in. Probably have to wait a couple of weeks until he will officially lock himself a spot into the playoffs. As they make their way out of turn number 4, the pace car will hit pit lane and the fans are on their feet coming down to the green flag. The 20 of Kyle Busch, the 12 of Joey Logano, were underway in the Hisense 300 at Charlotte. And a pretty good jump on the inside line. You saw the 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr. spun his tires, and now that will allow the 22, that's Brad Keselowski, to drop in on the inside lane. As they make their way out of turn number 2, it is a Kyle and Calso at the front. On the inside comes that 42 of Kyle Larson. To the outside is the 20 of Kyle Busch. Down in the turn number 3 they go. Busch goes high to try to pick up some momentum off turn number 4. But on the inside, the grip on the inside for Kyle Larson. It's a drag race to the line. And leading lap number 1 is going to be the number 42. That's Kyle Larson. Wait, no, it's Kyle Busch. They are scoring Kyle Busch at the leader, as the leader at the line. But now Larson's the leader. For now, as the inside lane comes with the number 88 of Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott in the 88. Larson up high. Elliott on the bottom. Keselowski now third. Logano fourth of 3 wide. Out of turn number 4, here comes that 22 of Keselowski. Larson clears second and third place. Now it's just a double wide battle for second place. Behind Brad Keselowski is his teammate Logano in the 12. But now the 2 Penske cars ganging up on the 42 of Kyle Larson. Here comes the inside line by Brad Keselowski. And now Elliott moves to the inside of the 12 of Logano. That trying to get third spot back as they're side by side out of turn number 4 again. The 42 and the 22 at the front of the field. The outside line will prevail for Kyle Larson. He leads that lap. Last night you saw the number 17 Red Horse Racing truck of Timothy Peters hang on and get his first win of the year. Brad Keselowski, his first win of the year is Daytona. Finally got his first NASCAR win at Daytona earlier this year in a photo finish with Matt Kenseth and Darrell Wallace Jr. That's his only win this year in the Xfinity Series. No cautions out yet. We have ran the first 5 laps under green flag racing. And now it is Keselowski leading Kyle Larson, Logano, Elliott, and the 20 of Kyle Busch. The highest Xfinity regular is still the number 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr. He runs in 8th place. But now here comes that 00 rookie Cole Custer on the bottom. Custer on the bottom in the Haas Automation Chevrolet. Behind them, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Reed. You have Chris Buescher, Josh Berry, Brendan Gaughan, James Buescher. And there's your point leader, Ty Dillon, on the way back here. Outside the top 15, Ty Dillon. Won Bristol, he won the All-Star race, and he also won last weekend at Iowa. Eric Almirola back here. You have Blake Cook in the 21. This is a new team, Colleague Racing. Team owner Matt Colleague, the owner of Lee Filter Production. They created this team. Blake Cook is now the driver. TriStar Motorsports number 8 team has shut down, and the owner points from the 8 car has went to the number 21. That's why Cook was locked in into this weekend's race. So a pretty good deal by Blake Cook, the number 21. Behind them, Ryan Sieg and Brandon Jones had a career best finish last weekend at Iowa. Right now, he's running 23rd as of right now. It's Penske now first and second, with Keselowski continuing to lead, but now the 12 of Joey Logano in second place. Chase Elliott right on Logano's back bumper in third. Now we have a new player up here. Here comes that number 5 of Casey Kane. Making something happen here now. Moving up into fourth place. Kane has won here in all 3 series. Won the truck race here 1 year ago. And a photo finish right here at the line. And Kane will have 4th spot at the line. Now behind Kane is going to be the number 20 of Kyle Busch. Now remember, in the fall race here last year, these two guys got together. Casey Kane in the 5, Kyle Busch in the 20. And it ended up sending Kyle Busch behind the wall. Now the 42 of Larson back to the inside of Busch, and up here Logano starting to get right on the bumper. That number 22 may have a run down here in turn number 1. And Brad Keselowski leaves the bottom lane open. Logano chooses to follow the number 22. They might be trying to think maybe they can get themselves away from third place and trying to make the battle between themselves to win this race. Right now, Logano stays in second, Elliott third, Kane fourth, and the number 20 of Kyle Busch holds on for 5th place. But that 42 of Larson not giving up. He moves to the inside, trying to get that spot away. Further back, Paul Menard right now running 7th. Cole Custer, Eric Jones. Kind of surprising not to see that number 11 that much quicker. These Joe Gibbs Toyotas have not really shown the speed. You see the number 18 back here outside the top 10. The 11's barely inside the top 10. And that 20 car wasn't even that quick in practice, but they found a speed in qualifying. Right now they're running inside the top 5. Or were inside the top 5. Darrell Wallace Jr. in 10th. Then you have Daniel Suarez. That's weekend so far by Ryan Reed. Right now he's running in 12th. Brendan Gaughan, Josh Berry, and Ty Dillon. Chris Buescher, James Buescher, Eric Almirola, Ryan Truex, and Ryan Sieg, your top 20. Brandon Jones, Blake Cook, John West Townley, Cole Witt, Parker Kligerman. Another driver and team we've not talked about really is at number 23, GMS Racing, their first ever Xfinity start. And they had the truck veteran Johnny Sauter behind the wheel, the number 23 Allegiant Travel Chevrolet. Right now Sauter running 26. About to be passed by the number 4 of Ross Chastain, trying to get that spot away. He's 27th. Jeremy Clements, Michael Self, and Mason Mingus completes the top 30. Reed Sorensen back here, 31st. Dakota Armstrong, a Cup Series rookie, running this race. He'll start 43rd tomorrow. He's currently running 32nd right now. Tyler Young, Jeb Burton. Here's Ray Black Jr., another driver making his first start of the year. This is SS Greenlight Racing, and they are now a full-time Xfinity team. They will be running the remainder of the 2016 season in the Xfinity Series. They started out as a Truck Series team. Black Jr. is going to pretty much get rid of his truck points, and now he'll start collecting points in this series right here. Starting with right now at Charlotte. Ryan Ellis. And we have the 51 coming down pit road. That's Jeremy Clements. We'll get to that in a moment, but back up front, Elliott in 3rd, Larson 4th, or Kane 4th, and Larson 5th, trying to get on the outside of the number 5 of Casey Kane. With the 51, Jeremy Clements, a problem in the 51, moves into his pit stall, and possibly a flat tire on the 51 of Jeremy Clements. Tough break for Clements. They'll fall to 40th place. And we are... Whoops. I don't know what... My bad. We are still green. We have about 10 to go. We have yet to see a yellow flag. And right now, the first car who would go lap down would be the 40. That is David Ruderman. We're just now coming off turn number 2. And Keselowski and Logano, they're just now about to exit turn number 2. So we may catch some slower lap traffic before the end of the race. Maybe not. You know, we're just going to have to see how it plays out. We have about 9 to go. And it is the 2 Penske Fords. Brad Keselowski, the 12 with Joey Logano. 2 drivers running for the Cup Series Championship. Running this race to get a little bit more seat time. And now 3rd place Elliott. 4th place Kane, the 2 teammates out of Junior Motorsports. Kyle Larson 5th. Kyle Busch, Paul Menard, Cole Custer, Eric Jones, and Darrell Wallace Jr. all hoping to come away with a top 10 finish. I believe this would be Custer's 2nd top 10 of the year. In the top 5 trying to break away, but they're going to be catching a slower 51 of Jeremy Clements pretty soon. And Logano trying to block the 88, but here comes the 88 of Elliott to the inside. Chase Elliott on the bottom, Logano up top. And where does Kane go? Does he help his teammate, or does he make it 3 wide to get 2nd place? Well, this is what that 22 wants to see in his rearview mirror. The 22, a new sponsor on board, Cooper Standard, will be the sponsor for this weekend, and will also be the sponsor at Kentucky, with Brad Keselowski behind the wheel. And Elliott still trying to get 2nd away, but he can't complete the pass yet. Logano's getting a lot of momentum off the corners, and that's giving a little bit more momentum down the straightaway by Kane, giving Elliott a little draft down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Will that help Elliott clear Logano now off turn 4? No, Logano's fighting back on the outside. And now here comes that 22, about to catch the 51 of Clements to put him a 2nd lap down. And I'm not sure if they're going to be catching the 40 of Ruderman, the 52 of Joey Gase. There's a 13 of Josh Wise, 17 of Ryan Ellis, David Starr back here, Jed Burton, Ray Black Jr., Tyler Young. And Elliott now caught him behind the 51. He's gotten around the 12 of Logano. Can he get around the 51 in orderly fashion to get to that number 22? Like the number 12 Logano, the big loser right here, he'll lose a couple of spots because of the 51 of Clements. Now remember, last night in the truck race, a slower lap truck got in the way. That was Travis Quapple. He held up the leader Tyler Reddick and caused a big mess involving Tyler Reddick, and it took the win away from that number 29 truck. So it's not over until that checker flag flies. Brad Keselowski, that was one of his trucks. Tyler Reddick, that was involved in that big mess. And with 3 to go, they may catch these 2 guys up here, so it's not over yet. Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Casey Kane, Kyle Larson, and Joey Logano are top 5 as they make the way out of turn number 4. 3 laps of racing to go from Charlotte. And oh yeah, they're going to catch him all right. They're going to probably catch him this lap. What lane? What? Now Brad's hoping that he'll be able to pass him down the straightaway. He may get boxed in behind that 52 of Joey Gase. Oh, there he goes. That 40 blocking the 22. That ruined the 22's momentum, but here comes the 5 of Casey Kane in the bottom. The Elliott's now locked in or boxed in behind the 40. And the 22 moves to the inside of the 52 of Joey Gase. So the 22 will get by both cars. Both lap cars. So Gase, Ruderman now 1 lap down, and Elliott still behind that 40. Ruderman, it appears he may get pushed out the way. Ruderman will be by Elliott. Making their way out of turn number 4. The white flag flies. 1 lap around Charlotte remaining for the number 22. Brad Keselowski out in front of the 5 of Casey Kane. Right up ahead is the 13 of Josh Wise. Will he become a factor in who wins this race? Yesterday it was Keselowski's truck who was held up by lap traffic. Here they are entering turn number 3. Brad to the outside line. Wise on the bottom. Does Kane have anything after number 4? Coming down the line, the 22 will hang on. Brad Keselowski wins the Hisense 300 at Charlotte. Brad Keselowski gets the job done, and he scores his second win of 2016 here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And that will give him a little bit more confidence heading into tomorrow's Coca-Cola 600, the longest race of the year. Casey Kane, he'll start 3rd tomorrow. Brad Keselowski, he'll start 4th tomorrow. Kyle Larson, 3rd place. Great run with the 42. Joey Logano. And top 5 for Kyle Busch in the 20. He gets the top 5 after Chase Elliott ends up finishing 7th. Cole Custer, Eric Jones, and the 6th. Well, no, Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon grabbed a top 10 finish. Darrell Wallace, 11th. Daniel Suarez, Brendan Gaughan, Ryan Reed, and I believe that was the one of James Busher who came out of here with the top 15 finish. Yep. So that was pretty much a breathtaking race right there at the end. Saw the outside line on Josh Wise. He saw the 22 go to the outside, and he thought maybe that may end up being bad, but he was able to hang on and pick up his second win of 2016, his first win since Daytona, the season opener. Next up on this channel will be the NASCAR Spring Up Series Coca-Cola 600, but next up for the NASCAR XFINITY Series will be the Monster Mile next weekend at Dover. So stay on the lookout for that. Tomorrow the Cup Series at Charlotte. Well, stay tuned. Congrats to Brad Keselowski on winning today's race. Down below, you will see your results from today's race and your points grid after race number 12 of the 2016 NASCAR XFINITY Series season. Goodbye, everyone.